I'm going to talk for a second here about when to feed your bees in the fall a liquid feed versus one of Stan's soft sugar bricks, which I absolutely love, especially for small scale or sideline beekeepers. You know, liquid feeding is really needed when your hive needs to store a lot of food in a short period of time, and daytime temperatures are consistently in the 60 or above degree range. Once daytime temperatures drop below about 60 degrees and you're in the 50s consistently, bees just aren't going to drink syrup. They're in a cluster and they're not going to move over to the feeder, drink syrup, and store it in the comb. So when those temperatures cool off, you need one of Stan's sugar bricks, because the bees, you can put this right over the cluster, right on top of the bees, which I'll show you in a minute, and the bees will still be able to eat it and nibble on it over the winter. The other time where I would use syrup is if your bees need a lot of food. So if it's, right now it's September, we're coming into winter here very shortly. If your bees still need 20, 30, 40 pounds of food, you need to feed them a liquid diet, because they need to eat a lot and store it fast. And so I would be feeding them a liquid syrup. If your hive really has almost all the food they need, maybe they're only 5, 10 pounds away from your goal, then something like one of Stan's sugar bricks is ideal, because it just gives them that trickle of food, and they may not need a whole nother gallon or 2 or 3 of your liquid syrup. This hive I felt like was a great candidate for a sugar brick, one of Stan's sugar bricks, because it's got a good bee population, but they're a little short on food. I mean, I've got a deep box full of bees down below. I've got about half to 2/3 of a medium box full of bees up above. And overall, lifting up on this hive, they've got about, I would say about 30 to 35 pounds of food stored. So they're basically where I need them to be, but they're just a little bit light still, and I do want to stimulate them, that queen, to keep laying brood as long as possible so they get as strong as possible going into winter. So to feed a sugar brick, I'm just taking one of our screened pollen patty or sugar brick rims, so that put it on top of the hive, and then the sugar brick goes right on top of the screen. What that screen really helps us do is it helps keep, it helps keep the small hive beetles away, because the bees can get to all sides of this sugar brick. But then it also helps the bees eat it a little bit faster and a little more efficiently, because they can, again, get to all sides of this sugar brick. So I'll show you. And one thing that I like to do with the sugar bricks is I like to actually break them up a little bit, because then the bees can access more surface area to eat it a little bit more easily. And then your lid fits back on perfectly. So simple as that. I'll probably give this hive 2 or 3 of Stan's soft sugar bricks over the next 6 weeks or so, and this hive should be perfectly equipped to survive the winter as far as honey stores go.